welcome back to another episode. Today's a special one for a couple of reasons. Today, I have one of my best friends here.
Hi.
Alanna. She is here. Everyone give her a warm welcome. And by everyone, I mean my dog. A virtual warm welcome. And it's also special because this is the 1 year anniversary of Argue with the Wall. Can you believe I've been doing this for a year?
No.
You have to talk into the mic.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, actually.
I thought that I would get bored of it by this time.
Yeah.
Does it get boring?
Yeah. Just like doing it by yourself every week?
No, because I think I've developed some severe God complex issues.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I enjoy enjoy listening to myself for an hour every day.
Okay.
I also just talk to myself normally every single day. So it's kind of just
natural.
Yeah.
Makes
sense.
Sense.
It kind of just this is how my everyday life is.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
basically, also, if you're watching the video portion of this, don't look at what we have going on behind us in terms of the,
Is it a Peloton?
no, it's not even if it were a Peloton.
It's a Carbon Hit H10.
Yeah. We my parents finished renovating the downstairs and they were like, you know what would make this perfect? A giant workout machine.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Not even their room is their room used to be the living room. And they didn't even want to do that. Another little tidbit, of course, if you haven't seen already, I have a new design coming out for this.
This is news to me.
I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was supposed to know. I was
no.
Oh.
I'm launching it tomorrow. Today's Monday. You're listening to this on Wednesday, which will be the official day that is Argue with the Wall anniversary. But I'm releasing it tomorrow. I can show you after this.
Okay.
But it's a new aesthetic, a new branding.
Ooh, okay.
New
logo?
Yeah, a whole new thing.
Okay.
Still the same name, still the same vibes and low quality production.
Right.
Clearly. If you saw the setup I have going on right now with where my phone is propped up,
We got a table.
Yeah.
Like a candy dish.
Yeah.
With a candle.
Yeah. And my phone's leaning against the candle on top of the candy dish thing. Or it's like a cookie platter on a tiered cookie platter.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. New branding and aesthetics. So if you don't already, I am posting it. Also, if you can hear my dog in the background, don't even worry about it.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You didn't hear her.
You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Argue with the Wall.
Period.
But the with is a W because someone took the with, which is fine. So yeah, this is Alanna. Do you want to say anything?
No, man, I'm ready to get into it.
All right. I want to get into what we were talking about before this, how we were supposed to start a podcast together.
Yeah. Like in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine us starting a podcast in high school? Because high schoolers were that's a ruthless territory.
Yeah. That would have been bad. Bad.
But also we probably wouldn't have really cared that much.
No. Well, we were seniors whenever we wanted to start it.
True.
So we wouldn't have that much time left.
I thought it was in 2018.
No. Well, we might have talked about it, but we were actually discussing it because we were both supposed to go to WVU, and then I didn't go to WVU.
Well, yeah, we know.
Plot twist.
Yeah, we know.
But that was the plan.
And
actually, we had no plan. We just had a name.
Yeah,
we just had a name, and we were just talk in accents the whole time.
Yeah, and I want to tell the story of how that came about. Do you remember how that name came about?
No, I know what the name is, but I don't know how it came about.
So,
pause the second one.
Stop looking at them.
Sorry, you're right. I was doing so good at not looking at them. I have questions on that second one. I'm not going to look any further.
I was like, what's the second one?
I'm not going to look any further. It's not a hot take at all, but I want
It's
to know
not.
the story.
No, I know. And I wanted to tell the story with you in the room.
Okay.
So, remember we were on our Disney trip for band because we were in the band in high school.
Naturally.
And we were in line to go see Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh.
Or in the movie. Or the ride.
Yeah, the
Spider-Man.
ride.
And
it's all coming back now.
In Spider-Man, it's like the lore is something about like the Daily Bugle is like the magazine or newspaper he works for.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was me or you, but someone read it as the Daily Bulge.
Yeah. We were like standing in line, and I think I looked over and I was like, the Daily Bulge.
Yeah.
And then that was just how it started. Because it was like a poster on the inside of the, like where the line goes inside. That's where it was.
And
I do totally remember that. And then you were like,
the Daily Bugle?
I was like, right. But like the Daily Bulge.
But like the Daily Bulge. And so like I remember when I had a Finsta and my name was the Daily Bulge.
Yeah.
And so that's the title for this episode is the Daily Bulge with Alanna.
I like it. Rip the Daily Bulge. It never happened.
Honestly, but it's happening today. If this goes well, I might have to force you to come back.
Okay. This is like a small taste of what the Daily Bulge would have been.
Which
Could
is
have been.
We probably would have got canceled by now.
Yeah.
So maybe
especially like if we would have started a couple years ago before shit in the world got crazy, at least by now we would have been canceled.
Oh yeah.
Because it would have been like one of those situations where it's like, well, you said this 4 years ago.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's best that we didn't.
It probably is best.
And so yeah, that was. I think about that every time I like go to record these.
Sit down to do one of these, yeah.
I think about woulda, coulda, shoulda, what we could have been.
Right.
But that's fine. You're here now.
It's true.
Which thank God.
Took a year.
Thanks so much for
here.
coming.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this.
I was only 40 minutes late, but.
Oh yeah, I expected it.
Yeah.
Before we get into, we're gonna do some hot takes.
Yeah.
I told her to come with 10 hot takes, which I could only think of 8. So if you couldn't think of 10.
Oh, I have 10.
Oh, okay, then that's perfect. But I figured we can kind of just talk about, when we talk to each other, I feel like we kind of like just go on tangents.
Yeah. It'll spin off. It'll spin off.
Yes, exactly. So I want to ask you how your concert was on Saturday.
Funny thing, right? So I go to the concert. I went with my cousin and some of her friends. So she had an extra ticket, which was her ex-boyfriend's. They broke up. So she was like, you can just have it because I'm not going to sell it. It was like $60 because we were in the lawn because we were at Star Lake. So we go. It's an Eric Church concert. And there was some like random group or band that opened up for them. They were great. And then Co Wetzel was his second act. Oh. And then Eric Church. So I was like all excited. I like Co Wetzel. I love Eric Church. I didn't know the other band, but they were really good. So the friends that we went with paid for like early admission so we could go and like tailgate in the parking lot. Okay, well we were there at like 1:00. And I was thinking like we're going early, like we're going to have like a little setup. No, none of us planned. We had no tent. We had no shade. We had no water. We had nothing. And it was like 95 degrees and we're in the middle of that giant parking lot baking in the heat. The concert didn't even start until like 6 or 7. It was absolutely miserable. So we sat in the parking lot and literally cooked all day long.
You didn't have water?
No.
Did you have beer?
Yeah, but I didn't even drink. I had one twisted tea in the parking lot.
Sinful.
I know. And then in the concert, I drank one beer. That was all I drank all day.
Were you miserable?
Yeah. Damn. It was absolutely miserable. So we finally get in because we went in early because we were like, fuck this. Like, we're at least going to go sit on the lawn. So we went in early. Being in the pavilion area was fun.
Yeah.
Was
there shade there?
No. First group was good. Co Wetzel was good. I'm not Co Wetzel's biggest fan. I feel like all of his music kind of sounds the same. He's a great voice. He's a very talented musician.
Yeah.
I'm only a fan of like a few of his songs, but then the rest of them they just sound the same.
Yeah.
And then we waited. It was like well after an hour after Co was done, and Eric Church, his band like wasn't even tuning or anything. And Brenna has her bad back because it's broken.
Yeah.
And we had been sitting there for so long. And Eric Church wasn't even like close to coming on yet. And we left because Brenna couldn't sit there anymore because her back hurt so bad. So didn't even get to see Eric Church.
So oh my God.
Yeah.
So whose idea was it to go early?
I think it was her friends. Now, like in theory, it would have been a good idea if we would have had a better setup, but we didn't have any sort of setup. So it was miserable.
It could have been a really great time.
Yeah. And we were all like on the same wavelength. Like Brenna asked, like she turned to me and then CJ came like with some of his friends. So he was there with us and she turned to us and she was like, I'm sorry, but like, do you guys care if we leave? And we were like, no. Like, yeah, like I really want to see Eric Church, but like we've been here for so long and we fucked up so bad in the planning that like I'm down to leave. So like we sat there for well over an hour after Co. Had to get the whole way out of the pavilion, which was a mess because there's a million fucking people there.
Yeah.
Walked the whole way through the parking lot, found our car, had to rearrange everything in the vehicle because we had like the seats laid down and like the thing was up. Had to rearrange the entire vehicle, pack everyone in there with all of our shit. Left the venue, drove like 15 minutes down the road to, there's like a shop and go or whatever, because then Brenna's mom came and picked us up to take us home. Mm-hmm. We sat at that shop and go for like an additional 15 minutes, and then we could just hear that Eric Church was just getting on stage tuning. And we were like, yeah. Like, no.
Because then the concert was probably, what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Ish. So that's another 2 hours that...
Right. Like, it would have been nice to at least see, like, his first couple songs, but it took forever. Like, it was well over an hour before we finally were like, we have to leave. Like, we've been here for so long, and he's not even tuning yet.
Did you know that he goes on that late, or was he running late?
I think we were all like, what the heck is going on? Honest to God, he probably was backstage hammered and was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this show.
Oh, yeah.
Probably was. You know.
No doubt in my mind.
No doubt. He probably was backstage hammered with his band.
Could you imagine if that was just like the norm for like Taylor Swift?
Right. Just like wondering about when he was going to go on. Like it was honestly, it was ridiculous. Like everyone was just standing there.
It's like people paid money to see you and you're going to like.
Yeah. Wait that long.
Dilly dick around.
Yeah. And Co Wetzel played like a long set. Like he played like a full like 30-minute set.
Nice.
So it was like you'd think they would maybe like be starting to get ready.
Yeah. You would have. Yeah. That's
you'd think
like
it'd be like a 30-minute window in between. Like Co gets off. It's like a 10-minute. Everyone can go to the bathroom and stuff. And then for 20 minutes they get on like tune and like set up the stage. And then he would start.
Yeah.
No.
Because usually there's like a solid maybe like 30 minutes max in between the second act and the main person.
It was like an hour and a half and he still wasn't even tuning yet. And we were like, yeah, we're leaving. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's definitely not right.
Yeah.
He's like, my God, he's acting like this is his first show ever.
Yeah.
Why is he doing that?
And like, I love Eric Church, but like.
It's just unprofessional.
It just is literally.
God, couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Actually.
But honestly, I mean, it was still fun. Like, we still had a good time for what it was. It just, our planning was just really bad.
It wasn't ideal.
No, it was not ideal. We got there and we were like, oh my God, we didn't bring water, did we?
God.
And that just set the tone for the day. We're like, we have 5 hours until the gates even open for like early access, which we didn't have that. And we were like, we don't even have water. And to buy a water there, of course, is like $17.
Oh,
and I was like, I'm not buying a water.
$17 when you're firstborn.
Yeah. So what I did was we had like a Giant Eagle bag or like a Target bag or whatever. And we had it filled up with ice from the cooler, and I was using it to cool myself down because I was baking in the heat. So I was cooling it. This is kind of sick. I'm cooling it off of my body.
Oh, no.
And as the ice is melting, I poked a hole in the bag and was drinking out of a Giant Eagle
like
bag.
a teat. You were
like it was like
sucking
a wine
from
sack.
the teat.
Yeah.
Of a Giant Eagle plastic bag.
Yeah.
That you're rubbing on your sweat body.
Yes. Like I was melting the ice on my body in the bag and then poked a hole in it and was drinking from the bag. That's how down bad we were. Yeah. That's how down bad we were.
Why don't you sit in the car in the AC?
I did for a little bit, but Brenna was in there. And so was Carly and all of our stuff.
Yeah.
And Brenna sitting in there was more important because she had to like lay because of her back. So I was baking in the heat all day.
You know who wouldn't have forgotten water?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
Because you want to know what? I have an emotional support water bottle. And I know that I would never have forgotten that thing.
To be fair, I totally did ask, like, should I bring anything?
Yeah.
And Brenna was like, bring a bag of ice. So I was thinking, like, coolers are packed. We're good to go.
Yeah.
I probably should have asked if we had water. But I just, you know, in my mind, I was like, if I'm bringing ice to fill up the cooler would be packed.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't packed.
But don't worry that you didn't forget beer.
No. Didn't forget beer. It didn't get drank, but.
It didn't?
No. No one drank. It was too hot. Like, we were down bad. It was too hot.
So
no one
you didn't
drank.
even have coolers, or did you?
We did. We had coolers full of alcohol that no one drank. We were all like sucking on ice cubes.
Dude.
Like, it was bad. Yeah.
God, that's like
It was
survival.
It was an experience.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Ed Sheeran on Saturday.
Hannah went. Hannah and Ella went.
Did she post that somewhere?
She might have. They were like super, super, super close.
I
they
know,
were like
it was
in like
general,
the 6th row or whatever.
It was like general admission on the floor. We were kind of like in the club area.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice. Like, we had AC to like go into whenever it was needed, because I like went with my Aunt Lisa, and she
oh, cute.
She needs the AC, which fair enough.
Right.
But it was
My
really
kind of woman.
Yeah. My experience is just the complete opposite of yours.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Thank you. Have you ever seen End Live?
No.
He's incredible.
That's what Hannah said. I like that it's only him.
Yes.
I feel like that takes more talent than putting on a whole production, in my opinion.
Oh, it definitely is up there.
Yeah.
Because it was just like just him, and there was no backtracking. Everything that we were hearing, unless he was like, this is because he had like a bassist, guitarist, and drummer for a couple of songs, but that was the first time he's ever done that in like 18 years.
Like, that's so impressive.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine getting up there in front of tens of thousands of people, just you with a guitar. And he wears like jeans and a t-shirt and just gets up there and just strums. Like, that is talent. That is a different level of talent.
I know. And for his encore, he changed into a Steelers shirt with Mac on the back of it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And the last time he was here, Mac Miller had just died, and the entire show wore a Mac Miller shirt.
Oh, okay.
So that was very nostalgic and also emotional. So
right.
But it was good.
That's good. Yeah, Hannah said he was great.
Yeah. I know a couple people that went there. But yeah, it was the stage was insane. There was like these giant guitar picks that were like the screens.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was really cool. Furthermore, have you listened to Speak Now Taylor's version?
Not all of it.
What have you listened to, like the vault songs or like?
Yeah, but I intend to listen to the whole thing because Speak Now is easily her best album.
Yeah.
No contending that at all.
No,
not up for debate, and I don't want to hear the argument because it's
argue
her best.
with the wall.
Literally, because it is her best album.
No,
it's her best
agree.
work.
No, I agree with you. And the vault songs just honestly make it even better. Yeah. I think, in my opinion, they're just no skips.
Yeah,
no skips on that album.
No.
Now, did you hear she changed the "Better Than Revenge" lyric? So you know how it's she's not a saint, she's not what you think, she's an actress.
Yeah.
She's better known for the things that she does on the mattress.
Yeah.
Well, she took that line out.
Okay. That was a wild lyric.
Yeah, but
that was a wild lyric, especially for that time in her career. That was a wild lyric.
I know, but like, come on, like feminism this, feminism that. Like, leave the fucking lyric in. She changed it to he was a moth, she was holding the flame to the matches, calling Joe Jonas a moth, which rightfully so. Fair enough, I guess.
Fair. But I miss the OG version.
Yeah, and you want to know what? Every time I sing it, I'm singing along to it. I just sing over that lyric and just sing the original version of it.
Yeah.
It was just.
There's some things that just don't need to be changed.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like it was a wild lyric, but like iconic.
It was, and I think just like I saw so many people on Twitter were like, "This is Taylor's version, not Swifty's version. Like she's gonna do what she wants to do." And
fine,
like,
let her do what she wants to do, but I'm still sing it how I want to sing it.
Yeah, and people were like, "Well, I'm gonna just stream the like stolen version, like the original version," which like she even said like she doesn't care what we do. She's doing this like for herself as like a passion project.
Right.
And morally, yeah, it would be nice to stream her version, and I will, but a lot of people were just saying like that, like her not singing the original lyrics like adds value to the original version, which the whole purpose of her re-recording these albums is because she wants to devalue the original ones.
Yeah. So
her not copying word for word, like people are going to want to listen to the original version because they like it better.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
But
it's not like it would be different. I don't know. Would it really be different? I don't really care because she has more money than you could shake a stick at. So does it really matter if people are streaming her current, like people are still going to stream it regardless.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're streaming like the original songs, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like she's still rolling in filthy money. Yeah. So it really doesn't matter to me.
I think it's the principle that it goes to Scooter Braun.
Yeah. Which is fair. But
I understand what you mean.
You know what I mean? It's like people are still going to stream it. And obviously she has like so many diehard fans. I feel like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. No.
At the end of the day, it's like you're going to listen to what you want to listen to. And
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's all it is.
And she's not gonna financially suffer from that by any means.
She's not gonna go bankrupt.
Yeah, she's not gonna go bankrupt because people aren't listening to her new shit because people still are.
Yeah, no. You see Billie Eilish's Barbie premiere outfit?
No,
dude.
Is it good?
I'm gonna want your opinion on it.
Oh heavens! I don't know how to feel about this. Those shoes. How do you walk in those?
What I'm saying.
How do you walk in those? Hold on. What's happening? Disagree.
I mean, okay.
Looks like she has pillow pets on her feet. Right? Like she has like plushies on her feet.
Okay. It's giving more Polly Pockets.
It's giving. I don't even know. What is she holding? Also, not the purse. What is she holding?
It looks like a potato sack, like one of those tarp sack things.
Yeah.
Also, can we unpack the fact that Chevrolet is sponsoring the Barbie movie?
Good for Chevrolet. That's
you
the kind
would
of
think
brand
like
deal you
L'Oreal
want.
or something.
No. That's the kind of brand deal you want. Fuck it. Good for them. It's not controversial. It's just the Barbie movie.
I know, and I've heard great. Are you going to see? I want to see it.
I want to see it.
I heard it has a really great message to it, and it's like not what we think it is.
I would like to see it.
What about Oppenheimer?
Oh, no, I was
Cillian
talking about that
Murphy.
yesterday. Mm-hmm. Definitely want to see it. I hadn't heard about it until Noah was talking about it yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you not like ever go on the internet?
Definitely want to see it. I'm not like a big like dig around the internet and like look for shit. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised you didn't see it on TikTok.
No.
Fair enough.
But I did hear it's like supposed to be like specialized for like large screens, like big screen movie theaters, because the film is like 11 miles long or some crazy shit.
Like the film roll.
Yeah, like the film roll is like 11 miles long.
That's Christopher Nolan for you because he makes some gnarly movies.
That's wild. I couldn't even imagine that editing process. Like I use like Avid. I don't know if you know what Avid is, but I use Avid, which is like an application that a lot of like movies are made on. But like in my major, I have to know how to use that kind of stuff. That shit takes forever. I did a short film last semester, and it was, how long was it? 30 minutes, maybe? You didn't want to know how long that bitch took me to edit. I couldn't imagine 11 miles of film. Mine might have been a foot.
Yeah.
Maybe a foot.
And also, like, I mean, the hard drive you need to have on that computer for 11 miles of film.
The hard drive's the size of that door. Has to be.
I mean,
has to be.
I know they're not using Mac.
No.
And I have a point about that, which we're going to get into.
No. But yeah, long story short, that outfit's kind of wild.
That outfit's actually terrible. I'm just going to say it, actually.
Those shoes are
god awful.
Or critical.
Sorry.
I don't know what they're critical for, but they're critical.
I like her music, and I think that she's beautiful, but that I don't know what was going on there.
I don't know who her stylist is, what the direction was. It just...
It didn't need it.
In the pants, those like shorts that she had on, it's giving like circa 2002, like, are they pants or are they shorts, like hit?
But they're not Bermudas.
Hit like mid
culotte,
mid calf, and they're massive. Like
and
that's the shit that
too.
like Eminem wore in like 2004. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh no, yep.
Like if those were denim, she definitely got them from a thrift store, because no one's wearing those anymore.
And they have like bejeweled pant pockets.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she wasn't wearing one of those giant buckle belts.
Yeah. That was interesting. Good for her.
Yeah.
I bet those shoes better be comfy because they look like pillows.
They better be. They better have just marshmallows floating around in there. Yeah.
For sure.
So we're going to get into our hot takes.
Okay.
I think it's finally time.
It's time.
And we can just kind of go back and forth and comment, and if you disagree,
all right.
I don't argue with the wall, but you could still give your take on it too.
Right. Okay. You want to start?
Sure.
You can start.
So my first hot take is that I believe women-only bars should be mandatory in every city.
I can agree with that.
And
like a safe space.
Yes. And I don't really care about, that's discriminating men.
No. I think that's fine.
I think that that's fair, and I don't think it's a lot to ask for. Same with like women-only gyms.
Yeah, that should be a big thing.
I would love one of those.
Yeah. I like going to the gym, but like whenever I go in, I'm not like intimidated, but that's because I like know how to navigate around a gym.
Yeah.
But like whenever I like first started going, like it is very intimidating to go.
It is.
Like by yourself, and you're just like. Oh
and sometimes like the older men are kind of creepy too. Like I've gotten some weird looks, and I've seen some things online where girls are like, they're just doing their little workouts and like
Or guys like
there's
take,
like they're
pictures
filming
of you
it, and then like you can see in the background there's like a dude, like an old guy or someone, like recording her doing like squats on like a
right,
whatever.
like that's weird.
It's weird, and I feel like that it would be very unlikely for that to happen at a woman only gym.
Yeah.
And I feel like we wouldn't really have to worry about getting roofied at a bar if it's women only.
Yeah.
Now, are there going to be some crazy bitches out there? Maybe.
For sure.
But, I mean, when I was at the Taylor Swift concert, it was dark outside, but the streets were just lined with women. I've never felt safer.
Right. Like, I feel like that would just be overall a positive thing. Like, if someone opens up a women's only bar, I just feel like they're going to have really good business. Because, and like, you want a place where you can just like go out with your girls and not have to worry.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or like, that also, like, if you're married or whatever, like, your husband's not going to worry if you're going out to a women-only bar because...
Jonah Hill's not worrying about it.
Yeah, because there's not going to be creepy
dudes.
Stalky men.
Yeah. Even, like, non-creepy dudes who just, like, are assholes. Like, the ones that are just, like, hey.
Yeah, like, get the fuck away from me.
They're, like, breathing down my neck, and I'm like, you smell like Pringles in the worst way possible.
He's fresh off a 12-hour shift at the Frito factory. Get the fuck away from me.
Hasn't brushed his teeth or
And
washed his ass in
your breath
weeks.
is hot. Your breath is hot. I know you don't wash your ass in the shower. Get the fuck away from me. No, you cannot have my number. Do not buy me a drink. Get the fuck away from me.
God.
I'm with it. Fresh off a 12-hour shift at the Frito factory is accurate.
Yeah.
Because I know...
And they're a little grimy.
I know that you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Been there.
Always have like a plain white shirt on.
Just a little... Probably has a stain on it.
Yellow sweat stains. I'm like, bro. I know that shirt was dirty.
Throw it away.
I know that shirt was dirty as fuck. And you picked it up out of a basket and went... And still put it on.
Yes.
And still put it on.
And same with his underwear.
Yeah. Because
saw that skid mark and said, I can wear it one more time.
Yeah. You know why? Because you're fucking rancid. You're rancid.
You were a nasty, nasty boy.
You are. And it's disgusting. And quite frankly, I would like to go to a bar that's just all women. And I would like to go out with my girlfriends and be able to just go out and be surrounded by just women and not have to worry.
God, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
God. Now, you know how they have gay bars?
Yeah.
Do they have lesbian bars, or is that just like a combo?
I think it's like a combo. Like if you're, I mean, straight people go in too, just because like it's fun. But like, I think it's like if you're gay.
I think that's the closest thing we have to a women-only bar.
Right.
Because it's pretty safe there.
Right.
Well, until it gets...
For the most part. Until some straight dude comes in who's secretly probably...
It probably has like a gun on him.
Into men. And
or
then
that
they
route
show up.
too.
Yeah.
One of the two routes. So it's either safe or it's actually the scariest place to be.
Yeah.
Depending on
No
your
in between
scenario.
All right. Ready for my first one?
Yeah, I
Hot
am.
take number 1. Chick-fil-A and Chipotle are not that good.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
Highly overrated. Chick-fil-A is good, don't get me wrong. But people literally cream over it just, I don't
Both
get it.
of them, actually.
Both of them. People literally go fucking bananas.
No, I know.
For Chipotle and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even tell you how many times whenever I was in college and we would have a night after drinking. It's a Saturday morning, and I mean, these bitches are going berserk for Chick-fil-A in the morning.
It's just like, it's good, but it's not like, I don't feel like taking out a mortgage to go get a burrito bowl.
I do really like Chipotle though. I'm not gonna like cream over it, but like,
I'm not a big Chipotle girl.
Amos?
I feel like the chicken's dry and the steak is chewy, and other than that, like, it's rice and lettuce. Their sour cream does hit. I don't know what their sour cream is. Their sour cream is really good. But my biggest beef with Chipotle is that whenever you go to Chipotle, you can't get tomatoes. You have to get salsa. Mm-hmm. And I don't like raw onion, and it's infested with raw onion. Well, so that to me is my biggest turnoff.
Just grow up and eat raw onion.
I don't like raw onion. It's gross. And then once it's like mixed in, I'm like, all I can taste is raw onion.
I'll bite into one. That's a hot take. I'll bite right into a red onion.
I can't do it.
Yellow onion, Vandalia, you name it. An onion,
do it.
Munching into that thing like an apple.
That's gross. I can't get behind that, quite frankly.
Like, I love a raw onion on my burger or a sauteed onion. You like sauteed?
Sauteed's okay.
Like
I can
cooked?
have like an abundance of sauteed, but like
sauteed.
But like if stuff's like cooked with onions, like they're cooked down, and there's like some onions that's fine. but I don't like raw onion. It's too potent for me. I don't do it, but I've never liked them. Never been my thing.
Yeah.
Not my jam. Can't get behind it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about Chick-fil-A. I mean, I don't eat meat, but there was a time where I did, and I did eat. I did really enjoy Chick-fil-A's. It's like their supreme or deluxe Krabby Patty.
Yeah. I know exactly.
Delicious.
It is good. Like their food's really
but
good.
I get what you mean.
It's not worth the hype. Like I don't want to go sit in a drive-through for 45 minutes to pay $28 for a fucking chicken sandwich.
That's not like
I'd rather go sit down somewhere. Yeah. It's not tickling my fancy in any way, shape, or form. I'm not that interested.
Now, can I say something that's similar but not in terms of food?
Sure.
I think that can go the same for Beyonce.
Yeah. Beyonce, I can appreciate her musicality. I think she's a very talented artist.
Oh,
her
extremely.
music's just not for me.
Yeah.
Her music's just not for me, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Again, very talented.
No hate
her
towards
music,
her.
You know what? I must put that on my list, but her music just isn't for me.
I know. Especially her most recent album. I really enjoyed Lemonade. That was a really good album. And her older stuff, like, Crazy in Love, like the iconic ones.
Yeah.
But and I can appreciate, like the role model that she is,
right,
for the POC community. But personally, I think it just lies at the music part. I think she's Gorgina.
Oh, absolutely.
But
very
in
talented.
terms of just music,
great voice, just not for me.
Yeah.
Same with this is a hot take. This isn't one of mine, but this is a hot take. Same with Rihanna.
In terms of music?
Yeah, her music just isn't for me. And again, like she has like some really great songs that I love, but like I'm never like, ooh, let's turn on Rihanna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
No,
it's just she has some really great songs, but most of her stuff I'm just like, it's good, but not for me. Yeah, she's gorgeous though.
Oh my God.
She's gorgeous. And she has a beautiful voice.
And I enjoy her makeup. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but
yes. Oh
her
yeah.
Her makeup's really good.
Her makeup is really good.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's playing the Super Bowl.
She
did play the Super Bowl.
Did she?
Yeah. Last year she played the Super Bowl. That's when she announced she was pregnant again.
Oh yeah, because she was rocking the bump, singing the Super Bowl.
And I was fighting.
That was iconic.
I was fighting for my life in that room. It was me in a room full of dudes and some of my girlfriends, and they were all like, "Why was she like kind of gained weight?" And I was like, "She just had a baby." And then she like rubbed her belly, and I was like, "Oh."
Is she trying to tell us something?
And I was like,
good
"No, yeah, no, good for her."
All right, we got to get into the second one because this isn't even a hot take. I feel like this is just a story that you wanted to talk about. And you need an excuse to talk about it.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
I can appreciate that.
I literally wrote, quote, "This isn't really a hot take, but something I recently remembered." So, and I'll tell you who this was afterwards. So this was back in like, probably like fourth grade.
Fourth grade is crazy.
I think it was like fifth or sixth grade. So still young.
That's wild.
And I was at CCD, and do you know what CCD is?
Yes, I went to CCD.
Those of you, if you're listening and you don't know what CCD is, it's basically like it's like a religious class you go to.
It's like Bible study, basically.
Yeah. And I went to it from first grade up until eighth grade, against my will, obviously. And I,
was it in class?
Yeah.
Because how I'm reading this
Hang on, they don't know what I'm about to talk about right now. So basically, I'm in CCD, and we're sitting in an alphabetical order, right. And this guy, we're sat in twos at these like just janky cold metal tables, and he's diagonal from me, so I'm like behind him, but like diagonal. And this is we're learning about God. We're learning about Jesus Christ himself.
Learning about our Lord and Savior.
and this happened multiple times, by the way. This kid in front of me, who I went to high school with, everyone that was there, I think, went to my high school. And he's like doing something underneath the desk. And I'm like, and I can see because of the angle that I'm at. And this kid, remind you, 5th, 6th grade. Young. Definitely no more than 6th grade. Probably before that, maybe. He's like doing something over his pants. And I'm like,
the fuck is he doing?
What is that? Because I was young enough to not really understand at first what it was.
Right.
So that's why I'm thinking no more than 6th grade.
Right.
And it was a recurring thing for a few classes.
Good heavens.
Which is a class a week. It was over probably like 3-4 classes. Until I realized what he was doing. This man was rubbing his genitals over top of his pants and masturbating in class in CCD.
Masturbating in CCD is outlandish behavior. That is outlandish behavior. Masturbating in CCD, I'll say that one more time, is outlandish fucking behavior. Who goes
barbaric?
Who goes to learn about the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ
and masturbates?
and you're gonna fondle your micro penis? Strange.
I cannot wait to tell you who this was.
Strange.
Let me tell you, I didn't know what to do with this information because I was like, first of all, how's no one talking about this? Because there are other people in the room.
Right.
Classroom full of people. And he's like slouched back in his chair. So like from like his abdomen down is like underneath the
How is that even on your mind at CCD? How are you popping a hard one at CCD? How are you pitching a tent at CCD and you're going to rub it down? Jesus Christ, literally.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
I was absolutely dumbfounded. I didn't know what to do with this information. And I told someone many years later. That was a secret I held heavy on my heart.
Yeah.
For the longest time. Because I was like, I don't know what to do with this information.
That's rough on your conscience.
It was.
Who was it?
I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you later.
Can you cut it out?
Yeah.
Dude. No, because that makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
Because she saw it.
Oh, yeah.
She probably was just as dumbfounded as you were. Like, that's what what we're doing here. Like, it's Sunday morning.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing? No, this was, I had it on Mondays some years and Wednesdays on some years. It was a Monday evening, post dinner, 7 p.m.
Oh.
Bricked up
at CCD.
5th grade, learning about angels and saints. I wish I could make this up.
That's wild.
The irony is just, it's killer.
It's uncanny, really.
Anyways.
I don't even know how you move on from that.
I know.
What is my next one? Yeah, Can we even spin off of that?
Let's just go right. Let's move right past that.
Oh, well, this was kind of boring, but this is just my take.
It's hard to follow that.
This one's really boring. I don't know if I'm just going to go with it. Concerts aren't fun in a stadium.
In a stadium?
Yeah. I don't think they're very fun. I've been to a couple stadium concerts. I feel like the tailgate is more fun. The lead up to a concert's more fun. Being in the stadium before the concert is more fun. But like having just like to stand at your seat is not that fun.
Well, you're not just standing. You're listening to music and dancing.
Yeah. I don't want to be in a stadium.
Well, what about an arena?
Yeah.
No. What about a
pavilion? I like Star Lake. That was fun because I was in the lawn. You can like get up and move around and I'm not going to bump into anybody. But like I went to Luke Combs and the people who were in front of me and my group were absolute assholes.
Where was it?
Heinz. AccuSure, whatever the heck that place is called. Yeah. It was at Heinz. It's just like wasn't that great.
You can definitely, the people behind us at sheeran were drunk middle-aged women.
Yeah.
Blasted, like spilling their drinks all over my sister's back. Like,
yeah. Like the lady in front of us, it was like, I don't know, some like middle-aged woman and her husband. And we were like coming into the aisle and had like bumped into them. But we're, like there's a million people. Riley Green's starting to get on. Like we're all shuffling into our seats. And she turned around and was like screaming at us. And I was like, hey, like I'm really, and I didn't fucking punch her in the back of the head. I like grazed her shoulder as I was walking through. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then her husband turned around and was like squaring up with one of my friends. And I was like, this is going to happen all night. And it did. It happened all night.
You know what? You want to know what? I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I have 2 scenarios where something similar happened to me
Like, it's
at
just not
that
fun.
same stadium.
Yeah.
Whenever I went to Taylor Swift, we were all leaving. I'm talking, there were like 70,000 people there, a shit ton of people. We're all like kind of merging into a group to go down the stairs.
Yeah.
So there's not like a line. You're all just kind of like,
It's just like a jumble.
conforming
Yeah.
in there. And I'm with my cousin, and some bitch in front of us was like, turns around and she's like, "Are you in line for the stairs?" And my cousin was like, "Yeah, we're just trying to go downstairs." And she's like, "Yeah, the line's back there." And I said, "There's a line for the stairs?"
Like, no, you just hop in. Like, this isn't single file. We're not in 3rd grade going to the fucking bathroom.
And it's not like we were like pushing her and she was like, "Hey, back off."
Right? Like, you're just standing there.
And then whenever just this past weekend,
Like, people get angry in stadiums. It's too close to quarters.
I know.
And
Everyone's
people
pissed
are
off.
drunk.
They want to get home.
Yeah. Everyone's drunk. Like, I just feel like I would rather, like, I'd go to Star Lake any day.
Yeah.
And be in the lawn.
Yeah.
Because you can get up, you can move around. You have, like, you know, an area
There's a
where
little
it's like
space.
you and your friends. So
Yeah.
people can all, like, walk through and stuff. That to me is fun.
Yeah.
Being in a stadium, I just feel like it's dangerous. It's just dangerous.
And I can definitely understand that. And on Saturday, when we were all trying to leave going down that ramp, there was just this couple that walked past me, and she's carrying an infant, like, on top of like one of those backpack things with a baby, like an infant, like
Yeah.
Less than a year old.
And it's
No
like, what are you
headphones
doing?
or anything.
It's like, what
And
are you
I was
doing
like,
here?
"Is that my sister?" And I'm like, she's got an infant.
Right.
And then some fucking bitch, some old bitch,
We get that.
some woman, which I'm assuming was the grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
She looks behind, or she like looks over me. She goes, "Don't judge." And I said, and she just like ran away.
I said, what the fuck I want to do.
I said, "I am gonna judge because you don't have, like, I see
Even
no
with
headphones. I see no headphones in sight."
I got a massive
That's-
frontal wedgie.
Oh God.
You know how it goes. Ugh.
That was, yeah, no, I get it.
We're good. But yeah, concert stadiums not really for me. I
That's
feel like
fair.
they're overhyped, and I just feel like they're really dangerous.
That's fair, but I can't agree with you.
Understandable.
Like, I understand where you're coming from, and I think it's you enjoy the outdoors and
Yeah.
like,
And I want to be able to just like to move around.
yeah.
And whenever I went there, like, if you're like in the middle of a row and you got to go to the bathroom, it's like you don't want to go by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to ask one of your friends to go with you because it's dangerous to go anywhere by yourself in a stadium like that. And then you have to, walk through a million people, and then everyone's pissed off because you bumped someone.
Like, if
or
you're not
because
on
you
the
stepped on their
end,
shoe. Yeah, like if you're not on the end, like it. Like,
good luck.
Like you're chalked
Yeah.
because you can't go anywhere.
No, I
and I
know.
have to pee every 20 minutes. Sue me, but I do.
What? Why is that?
What, I have to pee every 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Because if I'm drinking, I'm going to have to pee.
I
And
thought you
even if
meant,
I'm
like,
not
in
drinking, I'm going to a
general.
concert. It's going to be hot. I'm going to be drinking at least water.
You're like sweating everything out,
Right,
You're
but
still
still.
peeing that often? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I got to go at least a couple times an hour.
Speaking of which, drinking.
Oh, your next one.
I think Bloody Marys and every other savory drink are absolutely fucking garbage.
Not a big Bloody Mary girl. I can agree with that.
I mean, I've seen Bloody Marys with crab legs in it.
With chicken wings
Yes.
as the garnish. And I'm like, what are we doing?
Chicken wings, green olives, and like bacon.
Yeah. Yeah.
A hot dog. Honestly, I think I've seen like little chopped up wieners
Right.
in
Like,
that thing on a skewer.
yeah. Oh, people go crazy for Bloody Marys too.
I mean,
I just don't get it.
what happened to the original plot of the story?
What? Yeah. Like, how did we get from tomato juice with vodka, which first off, that's bizarre.
That is outlandish behavior.
Outlandish fucking behavior. To let's put a triple cheeseburger, barbecue shrimp, 3 chicken wings,
And salmon.
and salmon, and then stick a bunch of sticks of bacon in there, and then let's put pepper in it. Here's
Yeah.
your drink
And tahini.
and tahini.
Good luck. Good morning.
Yeah. Like that's 40,000 calories. That's a whole week's worth of food.
That's a grocery bill.
That's a grocery bill. I get it. I mean, I have had some like normal Bloody Marys that don't have all that wild shit in it. that I didn't think were bad, but I would never go somewhere and be like, I want a Bloody Mary. Like my mom loves them. That's such a mom thing.
Yeah, my stepmom loves them.
My mom loves them.
Let me tell you something. We'll be on vacation.
And
She
she's
always
like,
gets them.
and she's like, put shrimp in it. Oh, I
Yeah.
want bacon in it. Like my
Yeah.
dad makes her Bloody Marys, and we'll like fry up bacon for her and like crumple one up on top, and then put 2 sticks, and then she always wants a stick of celery in it too. And I'm
I
like,
have
bro,
seen that.
just eat something if you're hungry,
Yeah.
and then take a shot of vodka.
Literally.
Like
What do you
take a
need
shot
all
of
this stuff
vodka
for?
and then eat some celery.
Like have a shot of vodka or vodka on the rocks or something, and have a meal.
Yeah.
What's so wrong about that?
I'm also not the biggest tomato juice fan to begin with, so
You
I
like
feel
tomato
like
soup?
if it's like with something, but I don't put it in a cup with a skewer. Like if I want tomato soup, I want it with like a sandwich. You know what I mean?
Grilled cheese.
Like a grilled cheese with some tomato soup. That's okay. But I'm never like, ooh, I want tomato juice with a shot of vodka. That's weird.
People, I think the rationale is that people use it as like maybe like a day after drinking, like a hair of the dog situation,
Yeah.
where they're like, I just need to keep drinking, and
it's
I
just
also
not for
need to
me.
eat.
It's just not for me.
Oh no, it is actually the opposite of for me. I think that it's a crime against humanity,
It
and
really
I think
is strange.
that if you're drinking Bloody Marys and you thoroughly enjoy them and you're adding everything, it's like it's just a trash can.
It's
in
weird.
a cup.
It's weird, right?
Terrible
It's-
behavior.
It is. And moms love them.
Yep.
Moms love them. Hot take number 4. I said family vloggers should go to jail for child exploitation.
Yes,
100%.
I'm so glad we're on the same page with
Yeah.
that.
I feel like if you're a family vlogger, and like you want to do stuff with like you and your husband or your wife or your significant other, whoever it is, like if like you and your partner want to do it, or it's
Yeah.
just you, that's fine. And if you happen to have kids, I don't think there's anything wrong with talking about having children and talking about having a family, because there's a big market for that, where other moms and dads or like other parents might want to see that and like listen to you talk. Why are you filming your children and posting it on the internet? And it's never like there are people who do this, which I don't have such an issue with this. It's like, oh, our day at Kennywood.
Yeah.
Like that's a little bit different. If it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like it's our family trip, but like
Yeah.
if you're like having your children like do stuff
Yeah.
to film, or like it's always like the trauma. It's like, oh, Lucy had such a bad day today, and then you film your child like
Having a
screaming and
tantrum.
crying and throwing a tantrum, and then you're like chasing them around the house with a fucking camera.
Like what?
What are you doing? And the kid's like 7.
Yeah.
And then everyone online is like, oh my God, she's such a... She's
yeah.
7. And you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, her parents probably did something on purpose to piss off the kid, because that's what brings in views.
Yeah. That is
Jail time.
That is
Jail time.
child abuse and just immediate jail time.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
There was something else that
And
you
those kids
said.
aren't getting paid either. And the
No.
parents, like, what's that one family that's always...
the Ace family.
The Ace family. Like...
Those sons of bitches.
And like they have made so much money
Yeah.
off of
Their children.
exploiting their children.
Dude, this is what I want to say. Birthing videos. Huh?
Strange.
I'm talking it's like they're filming the kid straight guts on themselves and everything.
Yeah.
Straight out the womb.
And it's like, if you want like a home video,
Yeah. If you
that's
want
a
to
home video, babe.
Yeah. That stays at home.
that's a home video. A killer's calling. But yeah, if you're a family vlogger and you're exploiting your children and you're filming like all their like bad days and stuff, even their good days, it's like those are like home videos. Like if you're a mom or a dad or a parent and you are a vlogger and you vlog certain aspects of your life and want to talk about being a parent, that's one thing. Why are you chasing your fucking kids around with the camera?
It's so weird.
It's
And then like
sickening.
7 years later, the kid's gonna be like, "Why the fuck were you doing this?"
Right. And then people like that, then then they grow up and people wonder why they went off the walls and why they went crazy.
Yeah.
Because they were followed off the camera for their entire lives.
Yeah.
Like their entire childhood was exploited, and their parents
And
are
they didn't have a
filthy rich.
choice either.
Yeah.
Especially like 3-year-olds, like they're not gonna like give consent to that.
Yeah.
Like they don't know
Like
what's
it's
going
weird.
on.
Like why are you following your kid around with a camera?
And also there's creeps online too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
weirdos who like use that content
Yeah.
to be weird.
To be weird. Yeah. Like family trips, like home video stuff, talking about your children, talking about being a parent. That's one thing. But like having like setting up scenarios for like your kids to go do so
Like
like you
skits.
can like so like you can like film them or like pranking your
content.
kids
Yeah.
to film it to put online. It's like, that's not home video type stuff. That's weird.
Not everyone should be parents.
Yeah. Like you're using your kids for a paycheck and it's working and it shouldn't work.
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel like they should go to jail for child exploitation. The Ace family should all be locked up.
Yep.
And those poor kids probably need more counseling than you could ever imagine.
Yep. Poor kids.
Yeah.
I guess maybe similarly again. I think if you don't have a mental illness, you're not interesting or funny.
Yeah. I feel like anyone who's that normal, like you have probably bigger issues that are going on that you are not facing. Because no one's that normal.
No. I have one person in my head right now. I feel like she is incredibly boring. She can be very nice. Sure, if I don't know if she is. But
there's no depth.
Yeah.
There's
like,
no
where's
depth.
the trauma?
Where's the dirt in your life?
Yeah.
Where's the dirt in your life?
No.
Just again, I just feel like anyone who tries to act like their life is that perfect, you're hiding something.
There's something going on down there.
There's something going on because no one is that perfect.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because no one's life is perfect.
Yeah.
No one's family's perfect. You don't always look perfect.
You got something
else is going on there.
relative is going through rehab. No, there's something going on, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like whenever you have like some kind, like if you have like depression or not to like, I'm not like trying to glorify
right
mental illnesses or like make people want to have them because as someone who has mentally ill problems, like,
or just like life problems.
Yeah.
Like you just like, you need to have something going on in your life. And it'd be wonderful if everyone was always happy.
Yeah.
But you're not.
No.
You're
and
not.
I think
Like,
the
that
difference
shit happens.
Yeah, and the difference is like sometimes to like cope with those things you use humor or like it builds character for sure.
Oh, it does for sure.
And I think that's like what makes a person interesting or funny is whenever they have
Trauma
and like that
or
character,
something. Yeah. 100%.
a personality essentially.
What's my next one? Oh, I said the body positivity movement is damaging.
Okay, explain.
Okay, so I think the concept itself makes sense, like body positivity.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like how it's taken place, like how it's panned out on the internet ruins everything.
Obviously.
I just feel like it's turned into something that's actually very negative. Like, people who are skinny have always been praised, right? Because you're skinny and you're beautiful, and that's in a lot of cultures like the beauty standard. Mm-hmm. And I get that. And for people who are not naturally skinny or who struggle with their weight or, have, like medical problems, or they just have always been overweight, or, maybe they've had a bad upbringing or whatever, because there's a lot of things that can go into why you might struggle with weight. And there's also inherently, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
But I feel like on the internet now that there's this whole like body positivity movement, I don't feel like it's very positive. Mm-mm. I feel like
it's condescending kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's what it's trying to be, like what like the message is trying to be is like body acceptance. Mm-hmm. Is what it is like supposed to be.
Yes.
And it's turned into something that's not body positive or body accepting.
Yeah.
Because it's like now, like you see like on TikTok, like girls who are like really skinny or like are like super in shape, whatever it is. And they like post videos, and some of them are showing off their body, some of them aren't. And you know what? If they are, good for you. Yeah. Because you look like a supermodel. Yeah. And I'm happy for you.
You look like you could probably outrun me in a
right?
race.
But then like you go to the comments and everyone's like, oh, I guess I just won't eat for 10 days. Oh, I guess I'm just going to go kill myself. Oh, I wish I could look like you.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's damaging to her too.
That's damaging for everybody.
Everyone involved.
And then you go to someone's TikTok.
It was just like, average body shape.
Right? Like average body shape, or someone who is
like overweight
or someone who's bigger.
They just
all the comments are like, oh my gosh, I wish I had your confidence. That is such a backhanded compliment. I wish I had your confidence. I'm so happy for you that you can get on camera and do that. Mm-hmm. That is not a positive thing.
No.
And everyone's like, ooh, like if like a bigger woman posts a video, all the comments are like, yes, body positivity.
Yeah.
That is such a negative comment to make. And they feel like it's like, oh, I'm uplifting. That is not uplifting.
No.
That is not uplifting.
Not even saying anything at all, I feel like, at that point.
Yeah.
God, I mean...
Or people who are like, oh my gosh, we have the same body type and I'm so insecure. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. Or it's like finally
Excuse
seeing...
me?
Like, I understand when people are like, you know, I'm really insecure about... Like, I've always been insecure about my body shape, but, like, seeing how beautiful your body is and how it's similar to mine, it's, like, kind of, like, it's kind of making me realize that, like, maybe my body is beautiful, too. There's, like, that, it's, like, I can see where they're coming from, but, like, things that it's, like, God, I wish I had your confidence.
It's, like, what are you trying to say? It's, like, you're literally calling someone fat by doing that. Like, you're literally saying, oh, my gosh, you're fat, but I'm happy that you can still be on camera. Yeah. That's what they're saying.
So fucked up.
And then everyone's like, ooh, body positivity. Why? Because she's a bigger woman?
Yeah.
And then you go to someone who's skinny and everyone in the comments are like, I'm just not going to eat for 5 days. Yeah.
She's looking for attention.
Oh, she's body checking. It's like everyone wants to have
a meal.
What kind of, like, you know, like everyone, I don't want to say everyone because that's generalizing, but you know what I mean? Like everyone has an attainable body that they want.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not attainable.
Or like in their head.
Yeah. But everyone has like that realist or that like idealistic body that they might want to have.
Which is probably due to social media and the internet.
And then you see someone with that kind of body and you tear them down. Mm-hmm. Like you want to see other people doing good but not better than you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what the movement has turned into.
Period.
So I think it's very toxic.
It is.
It should be body acceptance. Like you look good because you're happy and that's great. Like, and I'm happy for you.
Like if you like I don't know. And it's hard to speak on because I've never had to deal with the hardships that plus size women and men go through. I don't know what that's like. Yeah. So it's hard to speak on it, but I know from looking at it from an outside perspective how people are very condescending about that, and like it's just like it's not positive.
It's not positive.
It's actually the complete opposite.
Yeah. Like heart's in the right place, but the internet has taken it in a totally different direction. And
per usual.
And I just can't get behind that. No. I can't.
Like I'd rather just like if I'm like if you're questioning if your comment is like maybe going to be condescending or whatever it may be, just don't say anything.
It is. If you have to think like
is
this backhanded? It probably is.
It probably is. Is this rude? No, it probably is.
Yeah.
So just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Just swipe.
Yeah.
God. On a complete separate note, mine
totally different.
And I'm excited to hear your take on this because we'll get into it. As an iPhone owner, an advocate for an Apple ecosystem. Like I have the Mac, I have the iPhone, I don't have like the AirPods or whatever, but like the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Apple.
Yeah.
My computer stops working after I have more than 5 tabs open, especially in like leave Zoom open or something, not even using it though. My phone battery, like whenever it's charging, feels like molten lava.
Yep.
And yet I always choose Apple. And you used to be an Android girl or like something. Android, right?
Yeah, Android. The only Apple product I have is my phone now. That's the only thing I have. And I have like wired earbuds.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I enjoy
but like
wired earbuds.
Me too. But like I have a Chromebook. Mm-hmm. People hate on Chromebooks. That bitch never dies. I've never had a single problem with it. You could drop that thing off of the roof of a 20-story building and it's not going to break. And they're like $200.
I know.
And they do all the same shit. Like I can use Zoom. Yeah. I can do everything with
same programs. You could have Adobe, whatever on
and it's super user friendly. I feel like MacBooks are not user friendly.
Yeah.
At all. Like they're hard to navigate unless you've only ever used a MacBook. Mm-hmm. But everyone that I've met that has a MacBook, they all say the same thing. Yeah. Like, I don't know why I ever bought this.
It catches on fire, I swear to God.
Yeah. It sounds like whenever you plug those things in, it sounds like a rocket ship is taking off.
Like I could hear it earlier. It's like it's trying to cool itself down and it sounds like a fan blowing on full blast.
Right. And
it sounds like it's about to like an airplane taking off.
And all you're doing is browsing Pinterest.
Yeah.
And it's about to blow up. Yeah. I love my Chromebook. I'm a Chromebook stan.
I know.
I would never buy a MacBook.
But the thing is that like I hate Apple, but I also can't ever imagine myself choosing anything else. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's like because it's like what everyone else has, which that's probably what it is. I couldn't ever imagine myself not having an Apple iPhone, but I could see myself switching computers.
Yeah.
For
The phone
sure.
thing, now that I have an iPhone, I for sure would never go back to an Android. But like anything else, I don't think hardly any of the Apple stuff is like worth the hype.
Yeah.
Like none of it.
No, I agree. Like, there's just like other companies out there that are just doing the most. It's like, it'll be like a touch screen. Have you seen those? It's a touch screen, but it like flips.
It flips. They like fold and compress. Yeah. But like my Chromebook as a touchscreen.
Yeah.
It's super nice. I love my Chromebook.
I know. And MacBooks don't have touch screens, which I asked one of the Mac workers whenever I first got it. I said, why does this thing have a touch screen?
It's like I'm paying $2,000 for this thing.
It better fucking worship me.
And it almost blows up.
Yeah.
If you have
What's that all
three
about?
tabs open, literally. Yeah,
Pisses
I
me
agree.
off. Pisses me off.
I like my iPhone, but
yeah.
that's all I'd ever get. What number are we on?
I just did 5.
Oh, okay. My next hot take, I said when your energy is low, like if you have like a low social battery, it is better to stay home and recharge than to go out and force yourself to have fun.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. I feel like it might sound fun, like, you know what, maybe I can just, it is the most exhausting thing to go out and be social.
You're just gonna be miserable
Whenever you just want to stay home. And then I feel like you just low key ruin everyone else's night. Because then you want to go out and you're like, fine,
you're a
I'll
wet
just
blanket.
go out. And then you're just like, the whole time you're like, are we leaving yet? Like,
Yeah.
can we go home?
And I've
And
been
then you
around those
feel-
people.
and
I've
then,
also
like,
been that person.
Yeah. And then like you feel bad because you're like,
Yeah.
I do not want to be here. I'm literally miserable.
Yeah.
But like you want to appease your friends or whatever because everyone wants to go out.
Or like you're gonna get FOMO or whatever, which I've used to get FOMO so bad, but
Struggle
now
with
I've
that
just
for
like,
sure.
and I still do to this day, but
Not as bad.
definitely not as bad. I think it's just like a maturity thing. Like like in middle school, high school, the FOMO is just debilitating,
Unreal.
outlandish.
Yeah.
And no, I think it's I think the point where it is something you need to force yourself to do is if you're falling into like a depressive state, if that's something you struggle with,
Yeah.
and you're consistently not going out,
Yeah.
then I think it's like not really a social battery situation, but like you're kind of using that as an excuse, but it's really because
Right. Like you shouldn't use it as a crutch to never do anything.
Yeah.
But like if you're just drained and you don't want to go out, stay home.
like you had a busy week,
Yeah.
and all you want to do on a Friday night is just like go to bed by 9 p.m.
Do it.
Do it,
Yeah.
because good God, have I done that?
And then
I
you
love
wake
it.
up and then on Saturday, maybe you'll be like, I could go out tonight.
Yeah.
Because I
You
recharged
recharged.
last night and now I feel good.
Yeah. We're just like Apple products. We need to recharge sometimes too.
Literally. Like sometimes I do almost blow up.
Eh,
And that's fine. But
that's
stay
fine.
home. Stay home, close all your tabs, let yourself recharge.
Yeah. Maybe do a factory reset.
100%. Like full body turn off. Just ferment in your bed.
Oh, God. I fermented in my bed last night.
Something about that is going to hit every time.
Dude.
Something about getting underneath all your covers, fan on high, and just marinate. Nothing hits like that.
I was marinating. I was liquefying.
Nothing hits more than a good marinating session. For sure.
Faux show.
For sure.
My next hot take, I don't know what made me think of this, but I love a grudge. I think you're going to
Really?
disagree with this. I think grudges are awesome. I love a grudge.
That's really weird, actually.
Yeah, I know. Now, I know that is extremely not healthy.
No.
And it's actually a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But if someone...
It's like super unhealthy, actually.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's why it's a hot take. But, like, I'm talking, like, if someone did me dirty, like, real dirty, 3 years ago, and they're still a shit person, and they never apologized, I'm holding that.
Fair.
I'm not gonna like go out of my way to be like make their life miserable.
Right.
Like I'll probably just like exist. But like if someone mentions their name, I'm gonna be like,
Don't like her. Don't like him.
nope.
Yeah.
Like I'm not talking like extreme grudges. I think me saying grudges are
Right.
amazing is a pretty
You're not
aggressive
like
statement.
preying on their downfall, but like
Oh my God, yeah, no. But I'm gonna be like, I won't forget about that.
yeah, that's fair.
I won't forget that.
See, I can see a grudge where like I will forgive people, but I won't forget what they did.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone deserves a full-hearted second chance where like you can forget and forgive everything. It depending on the situation,
Yeah.
obviously there are obviously some outliers there, but I feel like in most cases like I can forgive the person and just move on. But like I'm not
You
gonna
are
forget what you
generally
did.
you're like if you're listening and you know Elena personally, she's an extremely forgiving person.
Yeah.
And I think that just has a lot to do with just the way you grew up and your kind soul.
Had to be, you know?
Yeah. But
Me on the other hand,
I'm going to hold a grudge. I don't know. I don't know what that, I'll have to unpack that in therapy, but I just, that's just how it be sometimes.
I think there are healthy grudges to be held.
I also think that you don't need to forgive or forget ever. I think you can just be indifferent to a situation.
That is fair. Depending on the situation, I can see that for sure.
It's like, I don't need to forgive you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not pissed at you. I don't hate you. And I probably won't forget it because it was very damaging and hurtful.
Right.
But you're just kind of indifferent to the situation.
That's fair. I can be behind that.
Yeah.
This kind of goes what you just said. I said toxic friendships are the most draining type of relationship. Like, fuck a boyfriend, fuck a girlfriend, fuck a partner. I feel like if you're in a toxic friendship, that is the most draining relationship ever. Like 100%. Because I feel like a toxic friendship, it usually starts, or a lot of ways that it can start, is like that person was like your best friend.
Yeah.
Or like someone that like you just like adored or like did everything with. Mm-hmm. And then for whatever reason, you know, it gets toxic. But I feel like because you're holding on to the fact that like, well, there's my best friend, but I still love them. Yeah, those memories. It's like, you're not there anymore. Yeah. Let it go. And it can be so hard to let go. Like friendship breakups are worse than regular breakups 100%.
They hurt, especially whenever you were best friends. Like if, God forbid, we ever like that turned into us, it would be actually the worst experience of my life.
Yeah.
Because you just formed such a close bond.
Yeah. And like you want to just be like, well, but I still love them. And then you start making excuses for that person.
Which is also similar in like toxic relationship situations.
Yeah.
But especially if it's like a girl friendship.
Yeah.
Those things are toxic.
Because you don't want to lose that person because you're holding on to what it used to be. Mm-hmm. And again, friend breakups, that shit will hurt. That shit will hurt for years.
Especially whenever you're like still in like middle school, high school, even like elementary school. I had some extremely toxic relationships, friendships, and it was just.
And it's exhausting.
It's exhausting. It's traumatizing. It's damaging. And it really impacts your self-confidence and your trust levels in other people. Yeah.
And with toxic friendships too, I feel like you're always trying to like appease that person. Yeah. Like always. Or like if you have like friends that like don't like whenever you hang out with other people. It's like you can be their only friend. Like it's like that's so toxic. And it's like exhausting because then again, like you want to make excuses for them. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just because, you know, this, and this. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, they're toxic for you. Yeah. Cut them out. Yeah. But it's hard to cut a friend out. It is. I think it's hard to cut a friend out than it is a significant other.
That's a hot take.
I think it's harder to cut a friend out.
Yeah. There's a lot of factors that go into that, but I definitely can, without thinking about it, agree with you.
Yeah. Like if it was like you or like Jackie or like Bella and like one of us had like a big blowout and like I had to like cut one of you guys off, that would be way worse than it would be like to break up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend and be like, you know, I'm gonna move on. Like that's hard. But like, you know, we go back to like 18 years. Yeah, literally.
I don't know if I mentioned that, like we've known each other since we were 4.
Yeah.
Literally. So it's just like, and our families were friends before we were even born. Right. So it's just, and she lives right up the street from me. So it's kind of just like this, you know. Yeah. Just like family at that point.
Literally. And it's like, how do you cut someone off like that?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'd be like, but the daily bulge. And then we'd have like all these like weird things where it's like, I don't want to let go of that. Exactly. So I feel like toxic friendships are the most damaging relationships of all.
That's very, that hits hard.
Yeah.
To lighten up the mood real quick, my next one is nipples are an accessory for women.
Explain.
So I'm at the concert at sheeran and I'm getting a little chilly and I'm wearing a shirt and I just think that sometimes a t-shirt can look cuter whenever your nipples are hard.
That's fact.
Now that's if you have good boobs is really what I'm like. If you have, but if they're like, you know, if you have like a heavier chest, which fine, totally fine. I mean, hey,
let them fly.
Let them fly. You can still have them puppies poking.
Let them fly.
Pup tent. But I think that some t-shirts just honestly look better with some hard nipples.
Yeah. I have no bra shirts that it's like, this is the no bra shirt. 100%.
That's usually most of my shirts. But
yeah,
the shirt, it just elevates it. Like
it
how
does.
a pair of earrings will elevate
any outfit. Yep. No, I agree. That's very factual, actually.
So yeah,
I agree with that. Only, okay, and how I word this is key.
Okay.
Only ever getting called cute is a C+ compliment at best.
Yes.
Like getting, like, if someone's like, oh, like, you look super cute, that's fine.
Thanks.
I'm like, oh, thanks. But like, if people only ever refer to you as cute, that is not a compliment. Like, imagine like it's like prom, right? We're out of high school, but like,
yeah.
but I'm thinking, you know, like it's prom. It's your wedding day.
Yeah.
And you go all out and you buy like, you know, nice dress. Like you have like a gown on and you get your hair done and you get your makeup done and you get your nails done and you put all this time and effort and planning into looking spectacular.
Yeah, your best.
And someone's like, oh, you look cute.
Or your date's like, you look cute. Like, oh, you look so cute. No, you should be on your knees crying for how beautiful I am.
Yeah, that's a C+ compliment at best. Like girls who only ever get called cute.
At some point, it's just like, I would rather you call me fucking ugly.
Like, it's just like, how am I only ever cute?
Yeah.
That to me is not that big of a compliment. Again, like they're obviously like, oh, like you look cute.
Yeah.
That's different. But like, I'm thinking like it's prom.
I gotta be honest.
And someone's like, you look cute. I would literally cry in the bathroom.
No, yeah. No, I agree. I can't remember the last time I was called something other than cute.
Like, that's not right.
I know.
That's not right.
I had to sit there and look in the mirror and tell myself that I'm hot.
Right? Like you want to be called pretty.
Yeah.
Like you want to be called attractive.
Hot even.
Hot.
Lie to me. I don't know.
Something. But like, you look cute.
Like if I remember.
Like strictly cute. That's it.
That's it.
Every single day I just look cute.
Like a $2,000 dress and you're calling me cute?
Yeah. I sat in a chair for 6 hours to get my hair and makeup done. And I'm cute? No. That to me is a C+ compliment most times.
Yeah.
Most times.
Nope. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Next up, TV shows shouldn't go past 3 seasons. After 3 seasons, they lose the plot. They lose the acting. Kind of just, it's like at that point they're just there for the check.
And everyone's like too old too. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like the original plot line, and you can go like 3, maybe 4 seasons.
Yeah, 3, 4.
But then it's like it's time to wrap it up. Like now,
like Grey's Anatomy. Okay, that show should have ended 25 seasons ago. Criminal Minds, love that show. Should have probably ended at like season 5.
Yeah.
And I understand like
just isn't
like
interesting anymore.
The first 3, 4 seasons of New Girl, superior, the best, and after that it's still good, but it's just not the same.
It loses its flavor.
Yeah,
because it's like there's no more creative writing. I feel like it just starts to lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched Gravity Falls. And Grunkle Stan, first of all.
Okay.
We're all thinking it, but it only had 2 seasons, and I was so upset about that.
Mm-hmm. But then you're like,
but then I was like, you know what? Another one could have just like ruined it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm sad that I don't have another thing to look at, or like another thing to watch. But it's like, it had a good ending.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones. Did you watch that?
Most of it, not the entire thing, like the whole way through.
Like it probably could have been cut off by 1 season. Like it could have probably. I don't know how many there are, but subtract 1 and it could have ended there.
Yeah.
I think it was like 5 or 6.
It just gets drug on too long. I can agree with that.
Yeah, it does.
I'd say 3, 4 seasons probably solid.
Mm-hmm.
I said having no friends of the opposite sex is a huge red flag. In my opinion. Like, I feel like
I don't have guy friends.
You don't have any guy friends? But I just feel like if you have no friends of the opposite sex, it's weird.
Okay, I do. I have a couple.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't talk to them every day, but
no, that's fine.
In college, like I had some guy friends, and
but that's important. I feel like that's important to be able. Look, okay, maybe I need to give you some more context as like what I mean. I don't mean like you have to have like a guy best friend or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like it's important to have members of the opposite sex that you hang out with, even if it's like in like a group setting, that like are in like the friend group, something like that you're able to hang out with in a friendly setting. Because I feel like if I'm dating someone and they have no girlfriends at all, like don't have any girlfriends in their group at all, or like can't hang around girls because it's weird. Yeah. To me, I'm like, so you only view women as sexual objects.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
No, or like,
I see what you mean.
Or like if you're a girl and you have no guy friends, or like you don't hang out with any guys because it's weird, or you know, because of whatever reason, it's like that. Basically, you're saying that you cannot hang out with a guy and it be friendly. Yeah, that's how I see it. I feel like it's a big red flag. Like you view the other sex or whatever it is
as just like a
as like a sexual thing. Yeah. or like I have to be in a relationship with them.
Yeah,
that to me is weird.
Yeah. I've just never really had guy friends in general, though. Like, even, like, when we were younger, they were in the friend group, but... Yeah. But it's important. They didn't like me.
But it's important that you could hang around guys that were in the friend group and be friendly with them. Yeah. And you weren't like, I guess I got to
flirt with you.
Yeah. Like, you can just hang out in a friendly setting. I feel like that's really important. And if you can't do that, I think that's kind of weird.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. My last one, because I only got to 8. I think public schools, that should just be the only option.
Yeah, I would never put my kid into private school, to be honest.
It builds character. 100%. Let me tell you. And I'm talking like, even like, yeah, it's nice to like have like the high school we went to, they built a new one. And it's significantly nicer than the one we were in.
No black mold is a big plus.
However, that was part of the reason why I am the way that I am today.
It was a humbling experience.
It was humbling. We bonded over just how terrible the building was, and I feel like they weren't as strict either. It was kind of just like a free-for-all situation, but like obviously you would still get in trouble for things, but like not like, nearly as strict as they were with the new one. But
like whenever someone brought in roadkill as their senior prank, it's like that wouldn't fly now.
No.
Morally acceptable, definitely not, but like builds character.
I have a friend from college. She went to a private Christian school. She was basically, I was telling her these stories about like the roadkill thing, these senior pranks, and like shit, like the
public school lore.
Yeah, the cafe fights and stuff, the cafeteria fights.
Yep.
And she was just looked at me like I had 15 heads.
Yeah.
I was like, this. She's like, you're making this up. I'm like, I
swear to God.
Genuinely.
When people would ferment milk in their lockers for the entire year and then throw milk bombs down the stairwells, dude, it would get so bad. People would have to go home because they were sick. That is public school lore at its finest.
And I kind of love it.
Like scrappy fights where a girl throws another girl through the trophy case by her hair. Public school lore at its finest. Outlandish behavior in public school.
And it's awesome.
I'm here for it.
And I love it.
And I'm here for it.
I have no regrets going there. I couldn't imagine it any other way.
No, it was like the stories that we have to this day of just like crazy shit that would happen. Like you walk in, it's 7:30 in the morning. This group of kids piss drunk. It is 7:30 on a Wednesday and they're drunk. Half the school's high.
Yeah.
It smells like rotting milk because someone thought it was funny to literally throw milk bombs.
One hallway smells like vomit covered in vanilla bean Noel perfume.
Axe bombs in the other hallway. Someone has a dead raccoon in their backpack. That literally happened. Like
we're not even like making this up.
No,
either. Like this is all like real stuff.
The dead raccoon in the stairwell was different.
Yeah.
That kid who did that, I asked him. I was like, "Listen,
come on.
What was the thought process?" He was a senior, obviously, and he was like, "I was driving to school, saw a dead raccoon on the side of the road, pulled my car over, put it in my backpack. Simple as that." I was like, "You're sick.
That's sick.
You're sick for that." And he just walked through the front doors. Imagine he gets his bag checked that day. How do you explain that?
I didn't know that was there.
I didn't put that there. God. Last one. I said, I feel like this is pretty standard. Not really a hot take, but it might be if you're toxic. Perfect. I said, girl and guy code shouldn't stand with cheaters.
Shouldn't stand with cheaters?
Yeah. So like if one of our girlfriends was like out being a hoe and was cheating on our boyfriend and like they're in like, you know, like a long-term like stable, obviously not stable if she's out there cheating, but like she's in like a long-term like committed relationship and like she's always like bringing her boyfriend around, and like if I'm out with you and I see you like doing outlandish hoe behavior, like, and your boyfriend comes to me and is like, I feel like so and so's cheating on me, I don't know if I could look at him and be like, no, she's not.
I can't agree with you.
I feel like
if you were cheating on your boyfriend,
I feel like I'd feel so bad.
I'd turn the other way. I'd be like, I don't know what she's doing.
I feel like
That's not my business.
So like, it's so hard, and that sounds shitty to say. Like, it sounds so hard because it's like, that's my girl. But like, at the same time,
you have morals.
Like, if my boyfriend was cheating on me and his friends knew and didn't tell me, I'd be so sick. And they acted like they were my friends and they didn't tell me. That's where you start to lose me, because I'm like, why wouldn't you just tell me? Or even if you didn't want to tell me and didn't want to be the one to come out and be like, hey, so and so's cheating on you, I feel like maybe I would do something to kind of help them figure it out.
Give a little
hint. Maybe be like, hey, you should come out with us, or you know what I mean,
like surprise your boy. And like
I understand you don't want to be the one to be like, sorry bro, like, you're getting cheated on. But I feel like I would want to maybe subtly at least let that other person know, because I would be sick if my boyfriend was cheating on me and his friends, who were also my friends now, didn't tell me. And I'm like, I hung out with you guys.
Especially if you were dating for a really long time.
Right? Like, I'd be really sick.
Like, you formed like a really close bond. I get that. It's hard because I see both sides. I really do.
It's like a respect thing. I just feel like I would feel so betrayed if I was like, we hang out all the time. And then whenever I'm not around, he has another girl around and you guys weren't going to tell me. And then they're all like, oh, we love you.
But I can't imagine, like doing that to you though.
That's what I mean.
Like, I can't imagine just like, I can't imagine you know, if you were cheating on your boyfriend, which you would never do, but then just like telling him and you'd be like, what the fuck? I was going to figure it out. You know, but it's also like, that's a tricky situation.
It is a tricky situation, because it's like, I don't want to jeopardize my friendship with that person, but at the same time, like, if I have respect for their significant other, like, I would want to know, so I would want them to know. So I don't know how I'd even go about that, but I feel like something should be done.
Or I would first try to be like, hey, I love you, but maybe you should stop doing that.
I feel like I definitely like talk to my friend first. Like, if it was you and you were like cheating on whoever it was that you were with, I'd be like
many times.
I would sit down with
repeatedly.
you and be like, Lily, what the fuck is going on?
It's like, hey, I don't care, but like, what's going on?
Because like, it's getting to a point where like it's interfering with like your life and his life or her life or whoever it is. And it's like, we got to figure this out. Yeah. That's my last one.
Wow. Great stuff.
I
want to say thank you for coming in.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. If you want to follow the podcast on Instagram, you can do that. New branding, new shebang.
Period.
And happy anniversary. 1 whole year of arguing with the wall.
Facts.
How great is
that?
1
whole year.
One whole year. Wow. Look at me. I didn't think I could do it. To be honest, I had self-doubts, but here I am.
Here we are.
So thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year.
You know?
Love you.
Love you.
Love you guys.
See ya.
Adios. Bye.